There are tons of free programs online, and there's great information that you can get, so you can make your own free program. Even on YouTube, my favorite YouTubers are Greg Doucette, Omar Esoff, Brian Alsru, and Jason Blaha.
I think that's a goat up there. Sure enough, he slows down. There's a nanny goat with her head stuck in the fence. I look around, I don't really see anyone around, so I drop my pants and start going to town on her.
Jason Blaha has influenced my training in a great way.
Guys who are veterans who are standing there still screaming about your valor stolen, and go f yourself. I don't really care what you think. I haven't flinched in 20 years. Hey everybody, I'm only smaller than Ryback because I'm 6 inches shorter than him. In terms of lean body mass versus height, I'm actually just as big as Ryback. But I have been contest ripped before when younger.
Okay.
Stolen Valor dudes are very odd.
You don't understand? I trained at the farm at Langley. I had 20-inch arms when I ripped my bicep. Look at his back, chest, things like that, his legs. You'll realize that this photo, he is actually smaller than I am. Had I been like, break yourself. Nobody in the real world thinks I'm fat. In fact, I have chicks telling me they think I'm ripped in person. What the f are you talking? Hey, you need to back the f up. Hey, everybody. By most standards, I'm pretty jacked. Jeff's side is not big. I don't claim to be natural, and again, people be like, why aren't you bigger? You guys haven't seen me in person, I guess. When I put on around 50 pounds of muscle in 2 years, you draw. Guys who are veterans who are standing there still screaming about your valor stolen, you know what? F you, kid. If you decide that you're going to come confront me physically about it, you better not be a f***ing pog. You better not be a f***ing pog. And no, I didn't beat the shit out of the guy. Nobody won this conflict. Everybody involved lost. Because he and I had to grapple around, I specifically went completely out of my way to avoid punching this guy or hitting him and using submission holds. I ended up getting my arm bit. I hooked my fingers in his cheek. I have black belts in more than one style of martial arts, which will generally paralyze somebody. You can hook them like a fish. I earned black belts in 2 different styles of martial arts. I don't ever let people know publicly what the full extent of my operational capacity is, what the extent of any training I have is. Batman was a martial artist. The thing is, I see guys and girls to some extent, but guys every single day on social media who put up pictures of themselves and calling themselves fat. They're calling themselves fat when they have visible abdominal muscles and giving unrealistic standards. And I mean, even me, I come on here and people all the time are like, oh, who's this fat who doesn't lift? It's like, wow, what sort of crazy ass standards do you guys have? I'm actually losing fat at the moment, but I mean, I've got visible abdominal muscles, guys. I'm not sitting here fat. I'm not fat by any medical definition of the word. 25% body fat, which everyone always calls me obese. I'm 5'9", 218. I have way more muscle mass than any natural person on earth. I have 18-inch arms and a 50-inch chest. Yet on the internet, I'm a fat guy who doesn't look like he lifts. And a few people have asked me, actually quite a few people lately have asked me if I would let them know what sort of cardio I do, video it for you guys so you guys can see what I do. This is my favorite form of cardio. I turn my recumbent bike on a pretty high setting so that it's hard to pedal, and I do cardio while playing Xbox One. This is my main form of list cardio. I do have some other types of cardio I do from time to time, but this is the main one I do to take up most of my extra time. Video game time is my list cardio time. I don't separate the two. I don't actually video game when I'm not doing cardio now. And it's one of the tools that I used years ago when I was trying to get back into shape after being sick. It's almost a game changer for people who hate doing an hour of low intensity cardio. Is an absolute game changer.
Minecraft, I like it, cut G.
There, my girlfriend's trying to zoom in on my head so you guys can see I have stubble there that I'm not actually bald, that I actually shaved my head, but who cares at this point. Is what I think about ISIS's threats to attack us here. I don't think ISIS understands who they're messing with when they make these statements, or Texas culture. Last time we did a Draw Muhammad contest to lure them in. We did that and it worked. They sent 2 with minimal training with AK-47s. We killed them here before they killed anybody. And we all thought it was funny and we wanted them to send more. In fact, we've been talking about doing more Draw Muhammad contests here just so we can lure more of them out so that we can kill them.
Sociopaths tend to engage in risky behavior. These individuals may have a compromised moral compass and are usually perceived as unethical, immoral, and irresponsible.
Because in Texas, we think that sort of thing is fun. We're the most militant, heavily armed, and heavily trained culture on the face of the earth right now. We are the new Spartans. We see ourselves in that role in this world. We have over 1 million legally owned assault rifles. We have our own army, our own Navy, our own Air Force. We manufacture all the nuclear warheads for the United States. Coming and attacking here and sending terrorist attacks here, it's not going to be like in France or Paris or even most of the United States. If people come and do that here, we're the type of people, we're not even going to give you a clean death. We are the type of people that would be like, hey, f this Haji. I'm going to shoot him in the gut at 300 yards and let him bleed out for a little while. And then when he's too weak to fight back, me and my friends are going to go pick him up. And make him talk before we feed him to the pigs. We're the type of people that we will just tell Obama, f you, you're a Muslim and a terrorist yourself. We're not going to listen to you. They just attacked us here and we manufacture all of your nukes. We already have our own Air Force and Navy. We're just going to go over and start nuking the Middle East. Any city that we see burning a Texas flag will probably nuke them too. Because unlike the rest of America, we don't care about the oil in the Middle East. We have enough oil in our reserves right now in Texas to run the entire United States for 5 years. We could just charge more. I've got a little modest proposal. I think in the future, when you have a group in Congress and the Senate who can't come up with a balanced budget, they can't balance the budget, we should automatically, we as the taxpayers need to vote this in, they should automatically all be executed. All their families executed as a form of revolution. Since most people who know me are kind of like, I'm a very intense person, and it's not that I'm not empathic. They should automatically all be executed. All their families, or all the people on the internet who perceive me a different way. I'm not autistic or anything ridiculous like that. Because unlike the rest of America, we don't care about the oil in the Middle East. I do have a certain mentality that's a result of my upbringing, because naturally I am probably one of the most caring and sensitive and empathic people you will ever meet. Like, I have a soft spot for children, animals, things like that. I'm very, very protective of people that I care about. And that's something that most people who know me know, that they feel completely safe around me. They feel safe. They know that I protect them, protect their children, things like that. They all get that impression, everyone who knows me. I've stated I worked as a mercenary and as a private military contractor. However, I do have that intimidation factor, and I do come across, especially a lot of other guys, as very intimidating. I have a presence when I come in a room.
Oh, you're not bald.
Non-negotiable. Not bald. Put in shape. You can't provide security capable of providing the security I can provide for myself. Non-negotiable. My dad really went out of his way for me to not be a big flop. He really went through a lot of trouble to make me tougher and harder, and for me to basically be a killer.